Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Clear Minds, Clear Lungs Nicotine. I'm John Led Veneracion, your speaker, and in today's episode, we will explore the topics and issues that directly impact young people. We're going to dive into a serious subject, which is the impact of smoking on young people, including the prevalence of smoking among youth. We will also be talking about the tactics used by tobacco companies to target young people. And finally, the long-term health consequences of smoking at a young age. We will also have an interview with the youth smoker who will share his experience on how he started smoking and why he chose to stop smoking. Smoking has been a prevalent issue for many years, and unfortunately, it continues to affect our youth. In this episode, we'll discuss the prevalence of smoking among young people and shed light on the various ways it impacts their lives. So let's get started. To truly understand the impact of smoking on young people, it's essential to grasp the prevalence of smoking in this age group. According to various studies, smoking remains a significant concern among youth worldwide. In fact, the World Health Organization, or WHO, estimates that every day around 82,000 young people between the ages of 10 and 24 start smoking. Various factors contribute to the prevalence of smoking among youth, like peer pressure, society influence, and the portrayal of smoking in media and advertising play significant roles. Additionally, the lack of awareness about the long-term consequences and addiction potential can lead to young people to experiment with smoking, thinking it's a harmless or even a cool activity. It's crucial to note that smoking among young people is not limited to cigarettes. The rise of e-cigarettes, or what we call vaping, has added a new dimension to this issue. The appealing flavors and the misconception that vaping is less harmful have made it particularly popular among young individuals. Now, let's dive into the impact that smoking has on the lives of young people. First and foremost, smoking poses serious health risk. The chemicals present in cigarettes and e-cigarettes can damage the lungs, which can cause respiratory problems, and the increased risk of developing various cancers. The earlier a person starts smoking, the greater the likelihood of a long-term health issues. Smoking not only affects physical health, but also takes a toll on mental well-being. Young smokers often experience higher level of stress, anxiety, and depressions. Nicotine, the addictive substance found in tobacco products, alters brain chemistry, which can lead to dependency and addiction, making it incredibly challenging to quit smoking once it becomes a habit. Beyond health consequences, smoking can impact a young person's social life and relationship. The odor of smoke can be off-putting to non-smokers, and it may create a division between smokers and non-smokers. Moreover, smoking is often an expensive habit, and the money spent on cigarettes or vaping products can add up, limiting a young person's financial resources. Additionally, let's not forget the impact of smoking on academic performance. Smoking can lead to decreased concentration, impaired memory, and reduced cognitive abilities, ultimately affecting a young person's ability to learn and succeed academically. It's clear that smoking has a detrimental impact on young people's lives. But what can we do to address this issue and support those affected by it? Education and awareness are key. By providing accurate information about the risk and consequences of smoking, we can empower young individuals to make informed decisions. Schools, parents, and communities should collaborate to implement comprehensive tobacco control programs and create a smoke-free environment. By promoting healthy alternatives such as sports, creative activities, we can create or redirect young people's focus away from smoking. For those already struggling with smoking, it's essential to provide access to support and resources counseling services, quit smoking programs, and helplines which can assist young individuals in their journey towards becoming a smoke-free. Now, let's talk about tactics employed by tobacco companies. But first, let us understand why young people are such a prime target for them. Adolescence is a time of exploration and experimentation, a period where individuals are more susceptible to influence. Tobacco companies exploit this vulnerability to create a lifelong customers. They know that if they can hook someone on their products early, they are more likely to retain them for life. But how do they go about achieving this? Let's find out. One of the primary tactics employed by tobacco companies is aggressive marketing strategies, aimed directly at young people. They often use clever advertising techniques, celebrity endorsement, and product placements in popular movies and TV shows, which appeals to the youth. By associating smoking with attractiveness, rebellion, and independence, they create a false sense of desirability around their products. These companies also engage in strategic product design. They create a colorful and appealing packaging that is visually enticing to young people. The use of vibrant colors, cartoon characters, and sleek designs make smoking seem cool and fashionable, disguising the deadly consequences that come with it. Social media platforms have become another powerful tool for tobacco companies to reach the younger generation. They create viral marketing campaigns and use influencers to promote their products. By leveraging popular platforms where young people spend a significant amount of time, they can influence their opinions and normalize smoking behavior. Another disturbing tactics used by tobacco companies is their involvement in youth-focused events and sponsorship. They sponsor music festivals, sport events, and even scholarships to create a positive brand image and establishing a connection with the youth. By associating themselves with activities that young people enjoy, they further entice them into their deadly trap. Now that we understand the tactics employed by tobacco companies, let's take a moment to reflect on the impacts these strategies have on young people and the society as a whole. Smoking is a leading cause of preventable diseases and premature deaths, and it's alarming to think that the tobacco industry targets our youth, jeopardizing their health and well being. However, the battle against these manipulative tactics is not lost. Organizations, advocates, and concerned individuals have been working tirelessly to raise awareness, implement stricter regulations, and counter the influence of tobacco companies by educating ourselves and the young people around us. We can empower them to make informed decisions and resist the deceptive allure of smoking. Moving on, let's now discuss the long-term health consequences of smoking at a young age. As a society, we often underestimate the potential harm caused by smoking, especially when it begins during adolescence. But the reality is that smoking at a young age can have severe implications for our health. Smoking is a habit that has plagued societies for decades, and unfortunately, it continues to be a significant public health concern. Especially among young individuals. The decision to smoke at a young age can be profound and lasting effects on our health and well-being. So let's explore some of the long-term consequences that can arise from this detrimental habit. To start, let's examine why young people are drawn to smoking in the first place. Peer pressure, rebellion, and the desire to fit in are just a few factors that contribute to smoking. Initiation during adolescence, it's crucial for us to understand the motivation behind this risky behavior to address the issue effectively. Smoking is highly addictive, and the nicotine found in cigarettes plays a significant role in hooking young smokers. During adolescence, our brains are still developing, making us more susceptible to addiction. We'll discuss how nicotine affects the developing brain and the long-term consequences of addiction that can linger into our adulthood. One of the most well-known and severe consequences of smoking is its impact on our respiratory system. In this episode, smoking can lead to chronic conditions such as chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases or COPD, bronchitis, and even lung cancer, which can have a severe impact on one's quality of life. It's not just the lung that suffer from the effects of smoking. Smoking also damages the cardiovascular system, putting young smokers at a higher risk of heart disease, heart attacks, and stroke. The chemicals in tobacco smoke can be damage the lining, the blood vessels, which leads to increased blood pressures. These changes can increase the likelihood of heart-related complications later in life. The damage caused by smoking extends far beyond the respiratory and cardiovascular systems. We'll shed light on the increased risk of various cancer, including those affecting the mouth, throat, esophagus, and bladder. Additionally, we'll discuss the impact of smoking on fertility, pregnancy, complications, and overall reproductive health. Moreover, smoking at a young age can have effects on our oral health. It's not just about having stained teeth and bad breath. Smoking can lead to gum disease, tooth decay, and even tooth loss. The chemicals in tobacco impair blood flow to the gums, making it harder for the tissues to heal. In the long run, this can result in a higher risk of periodontal diseases, or what we call oral health issues. Let's not forget about the impact of smoking on mental health. Many studies have shown a strong correlation between smoking and mental health conditions, such as depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. While the exact mechanisms behind this leak are still being studied, it's clear that smoking and mental health issues often go hand in hand. Starting smoking at a young age can potentially help these problems make worse, making it even more challenging to break free from the habit. Now that we've explored some of the long term health consequences of smoking at a young age, it's essential to address the importance of prevention. Education and awareness programs play a vital role in informing young individuals about the risk associated with smoking. By providing accurate information and promoting healthy lifestyle choices, we can empower young people to make informed decisions about their health. For those who are already smokers, quitting can be a challenging but life changing journey. There are various resources available to help individuals quit smoking, from support groups and counseling medications, and even nicotine replacement therapies. It's never too late to quit, guys, and in doing so, significantly reduce the risk of developing smoking related health issues. So now let's all listen to the interview we conducted with a former smoker. Today, we have a special guest with us, a young individual who is willing to share their experience as a youth smoker. We aim to shed light on the reasons behind his smoking habits, the challenges he faces, and the potential ways to address his issue.
Good afternoon and thank you so much for having me.
Yes. Kahit hindi ka na po magpakilala for your privacy po, can you tell us a little bit about yourself po?
As of now, I am 21 years old, but I started smoking when I was 16 years old. Initially, it was out of curiosity and a desire to fit in with my peers. Many of my friends were smoking and I wanted to be a part of their social circle.
Mm. How did smoking become a habit for you po?
Over time, smoking became a way for me to cope with stress and deal with my emotions. It felt like a temporary escape from the pressures of school, relationships, and other challenges I faced as a teenager. But eventually, it became a habit that I found difficult to break.
Have you experienced po any negative consequences as a result of smoking?
Yes, definitely. Smoking has taken a toll on my health, both physically and mentally. I often struggle with shortness of breath and have noticed a decline in my overall fitness. It has also affected my self-esteem as I'm aware of the negative impact of smoking, um, and the effect that it had on my appearance. Additionally, smoking has also strained my relationships with non-smoking friends and family members who constantly worry about my health.
Mm. What are some of the challenges po you face in quitting smoking or the challenges you experience po ngayon na nagki-quit na po kayo mag-smoke?
To be honest, quitting smoking has been a significant challenge for me. One of the biggest hurdles, I guess, in dealing with withdrawal symptoms is the irritability and the cravings. Additionally, the social aspect of smoking makes it difficult to avoid situations where I'm tempted to smoke. Um, Seeing others smoke or feeling excluded from social gatherings where smoking is prevalent can be tough for me.
What steps have you taken or considered in quitting smoking?
In my journey, I've actually tried various methods to quit smoking, including nicotine replacement therapy, such as nicotine patches and gum. I've also sought support from counseling and support groups to help me address the underlying reasons behind my smoking habits. However, I haven't been successful in quitting completely yet. It's still an ongoing journey for me.
What support or resources do you think could be helpful for youth smokers who wanted to quit?
Personally, I believe having accessible and non judgmental resources is crucial. Support groups specifically tailored for young smokers like me would be beneficial, actually, where we can share our experiences and learn from one another. Additionally, I think providing educational programs in schools that highlight the risk of smoking and offer coping mechanisms for stress and emotions can definitely make a significant difference.
That's nice to hear. Let's focus now on the role of education and awareness. In your opinion, how can schools and communities play a more active role in preventing youth smoking?
I think that education plays a significant role in preventing youth smoking. Schools should incorporate comprehensive anti smoking programs that can provide accurate information about the risk and consequences of smoking. They should also emphasize the importance of making healthy choices and developing effective coping mechanisms. It's crucial to start these programs at an early age so that they can create awareness and prevent initiation.
Tama po. Early intervention is the key. Now let's talk about tobacco industry's marketing tactics. How do you perceive their influence on youth smoking?
I think that the tobacco industry's marketing tactics have a significant impact on youth smoking rates. They use various strategies to make smoking seem appealing and glamorous, which targets young people through advertisements, social media, and product placement in movies. These tactics can create a false perception that smoking is a normal and desirable behavior. It's essential to regulate and restrict their marketing efforts to protect vulnerable youth from falling into this trap.
Thank you for sharing your perspective on that matter. Do you have any message po you like to convey to policymakers as a whole regarding youth smoking?
So speaking from personal experience, I guess my message to policymakers and society is to definitely prioritize the well-being and health of young people. We need stricter regulations on tobacco advertising and sales to protect youth from the influence of the tobacco industry. Additionally, more resources and support should be made available to help young smokers quit and prevent them from starting in the first place. I think that by working together, we can create a healthier environment for the next generation.
Finally, what advice would you give to another young individuals who are currently smoking or considering starting to stop smoking?
My advice would be I think to think long term. Smoking might seem appealing in the moment, but the negative consequences far outweigh the temporary relief it provides. You know, there are healthier ways to manage stress and emotions, such as maybe exercise, hobbies, or even talking to friends. But don't be afraid to seek help and support from trusted adults or professionals. I know that quitting smoking is challenging, but it's never too late to start the journey towards a healthier life.
Thank you, Paulette, for sharing your experiences and insight with us. Your perspective provides valuable information for understanding the challenges faced by youth smokers. We hope that your story will become an inspiration to others to make informed choices about their health and well being. Remember, support is available for those who want to quit smoking. Together, we can work towards a smoke free future. That concludes today's episode. We've uncovered the impact of smoking on young people, including the prevalence of smoking among youth, the tactics used by tobacco companies to target young people, and the long term health consequences of smoking at a young age. From respiratory and cardiovascular complications to the increased risk of various cancer. It's crucial that we raise awareness about these dangers and support young individuals in making informed choices to protect their health. It is crucial to recognize the importance of continued vigilance in imposing the tactics employed by tobacco companies by shedding light on their strategies and the impact they have on our youth. We can work towards creating a healthier and a smoke free future. Remember, if you or someone you know is struggling with smoking, reach out to healthcare professionals, helplines, or local cessation programs. Remember, quitting smoking is not easy, and it often requires multiple attempts. So let's foster a compassionate and understanding environment that encourage young people to seek help and embark on a healthier path. Smoking among youth people is a pressing issue with severe consequences. By understanding its prevalence and impact, we can work towards creating a smoke-free generation. Let's prioritize the health and well-being of our youth by raising awareness, providing support, and offering alternatives together. And together, we can make a difference. Thank you for joining me in this journey, and until next time, stay safe and stay smoke-free.